There's a sad reality that you have to confront when you get involved in politics or activism or organizing spaces. And that is that most people will not be joining the march. Most people will not be a part of the movement. And there's a reason for that. First, you need to understand that in this country, most people are deprived of a proper critical education. We're not taught to challenge people in power. We're not taught to challenge authority. We're not taught to question why things are the way they are or how they got that way. We're not taught the history of how people have risen up in the past to fight back against oppressive systems. And on top of that, we live in a country where most people are living paycheck to paycheck and struggling just to get by. They go to work, maybe they're working multiple jobs, maybe they go to school, maybe they have a family that they're trying to take care of. They try to find some time in between all that to kick back and relax. And after all that, it's hard to find the time and energy to do anything else. We also have to factor in that social media has taken over as people's primary source of news and information, where we're bombarded with all kinds of different perspectives and hot takes. And in that landscape, it's hard to know what's true and what's not and who to trust. So rather than do the research to find out what's the right position to have or what actions should we be taking, most people just decide, I'm gonna mind my business. And there's lots of other factors we can talk about, but what I want you to understand is that it's gonna feel like a very lonely road sometimes if you're not organizing with other people. And you might have moments where you're questioning your own sanity, where you see the world crumbling around you, but people are just standing on the sidelines, not seeming to notice, not seeming to care. It's important to remember that we live under these systems that do an amazing job of programming us, as Dr. Cornel West says, to become well-adjusted to injustice and well-adapted to indifference. And the human brain has all kinds of tricks up its sleeve to neutralize our conscience and silence that uneasy feeling that we get in our gut when we see something wrong, when we know that something is unjust. And if you don't know what I mean, you can look up terms like cognitive dissonance, learned helplessness, the bystander effect. We get lulled into this state of hyper-normalization where the house is burning down all around us, but we're just sitting in our chairs acting like everything's fine. And as we look around and see all these different injustices happening here at home and around the world, the tendency that humans have is that the further removed we are from the pain, the less likely we are to do anything about it. Which is why it's so critical to remind people of our kinship and our shared humanity with people all around the world. We are interconnected. What we do on this side of the globe can and does have a very real impact on the lives of people on the other side of the globe, whether we realize it or not. Those of us who do feel compelled to act, our job is to help awaken the consciousness of the people around us, help them to understand what's happening and why it's happening, help them to understand what their role is in making things better, and remind them of our shared humanity. And the best way to do that is to lead by example. Show them what it looks like to step up, whether you're doing community organizing work, mutual aid, community defense, whatever it is. You have to show them what it looks like on the ground. It's not an easy job, and don't expect to convert or convince everybody to join the movement. But that's what it's gonna take. I wanna be very real with y'all. We are facing incredibly dark times right now. We are 2 years into watching a live stream genocide in Gaza backed by our government, and I'm still seeing those horrible images and videos on my timeline every week. We have the Trump administration sending his Gestapo ICE agents into our communities this past summer, and they're about to get a supercharged budget increase in October. We all just witnessed a political assassination this month, and now that political assassination is being weaponized to target people on the left and to silence free speech. Now, I know and I need us to remember that none of this is normal, and we shouldn't be tolerating or accepting any of this. I also know that a lot of people are feeling scared right now and would rather tune out than feel that uneasy feeling you get when you see all this chaos happening in the world. I personally refuse to look away because I know that I have a responsibility to do whatever I can, whatever's in my power, whatever I can do in my corner of the world to put an end to these injustices. And so that's what I want to do. I'm going to take time to rest when I need to rest. I'm going to take time to connect with my family and the people I love. But as long as I'm able to, I'm going to continue to speak out and fight back. And I hope you will too. That's it for me. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.